Hi sweeties, how are you all doing? Welcome to Naya. Saying if this is your first time of coming across this channel, sit forward, kindly smash the subscribe button, turn on the notification so you get notified each time I upload. And please give this video a thumb up. I appreciate you all, and I want to say a very big thank you to every one of you for always coming back to watch my videos. You all are awesome. So today I saw this on TikTok and I was like, I am definitely bringing this here so we all can talk about it. And it's actually about biracial kids with white moms speaking up about how racist their mothers are. This is not one, two, or three person. It's a whole lot of them. So let's get into this video. Do not go anywhere. You definitely will like this. So here we go.
This is probably going to get me a lot of hate, but I think one of the most racist people there is white women who have black kids. Let's talk about it.
We definitely will talk about it. Before we do, let's get into these tissues and see what people got to say about this. Here we go.
Hey black moms, I got you for a minute. Sit this one out. Hey yo, white moms, stop having biracial kids. You is funny as fuck to run your mouth all over this app talking about that. Knee slapper, can we talk about how my granddaddy disowned my mom after she had the first of us? Can we talk about how my own mother called me racist towards white people because of Breonna Taylor? At least a black mother would have known how to do my hair properly and given a shit. I am definitely not the prize to the skin fetish you had with my father. You know, at least a black mother would not have invalidated any experiences I had in school with being bullied for my skin color or for looking the way I look. I feel like my black mama would have come up and beat a fourth grader's ass when they called me the N-word. Stop worrying about black moms. They are not failing with the biracial kids as much as you are, okay?
I couldn't stitch, but I wanted to say I am a biracial daughter of a white woman like that. And not only was she like low-key, high-key, covertly racist, like she implanted her internalized shit on my sister and I. And for me, I was the light-skinned one. I had the good hair. And I was told I remember being very little and like people would come up and compliment my hair and always compliment my appearance. And I'm so pretty. And my mom used to tell me white women pay a lot of money to look like you. White women pay a lot of money to have your skin color, to have the curls that you have. And dark-skinned girls are jealous of you. And that's why they're mean to you. And I went through the world thinking that I was white. And I didn't see it. And I realize now that because I was operating out of a place of stereotypes, like I've said this several times, but I grew up thinking that black women were loud and just messy, and they had the long clicky nails and the big weaves, and I'm ashamed at this point. And now that I have multiracial children, I am committed to anti-racism. I am committed to making sure that my indigenous son knows his indigenous roots and that he's not growing up hearing stereotypes and false things about who and what he is. My other son is white. He's a quarter black, but he is a white child. And I have to raise him a certain way. I can't just copy and paste my biracial personality into them. And my mother thought that she could do that. And when it turned out that I wasn't like her enough, she moved on to my sister, who was darker. And it was kind of reverse from the way that it normally is, where like the light-skinned child is favored. My mother wanted blackness. She wanted to be black. She used to say that her singing voice was a big black woman's. And she latched on to my sister. Now my sister, I don't know her anymore. I haven't spoken to her in almost 2 years. But she was proudly ratchet. And she fed into all of the stereotypes that we know about black women. They're loud and they're this and they're messy and they're that. And it's fucking damaging, bro. Like to the point where I realized in my biracial podcast with my friends Amber and Tammy, I have racial dysphoria. Like I didn't even know what color I was. I don't understand the spectrum of color because I wasn't taught. So now I'm learning. For my kids, I'm learning.
I realize that I have lived my life in a total and complete state of dissociation from being part black. My dad is black and my mom is white. I grew up and was raised by my white side, did not spend any time with my black side because my mother did not allow my father to be part of my life. My grandparents who raised me, well, let's just say they did not really like black folks too much. So as you can imagine, I grew up with that consciousness inside of a person who looks and who is this skin color and tone. It's crazy. But I realized that I was living like I was white. Like I was a little white girl. And it wasn't until, I remember her name, Claire, in like first grade, I think it was, checked me and was like, yo, you can't be the pretty pink unicorn because you're black. What that bitch say? I was constantly doing things like comparing my skin tone to my grandmother's or my mom's and being like, look, I'm your color, turning my palms over or the bottoms of my feet just to prove that I was like their skin tone. But like I was living like I was a white person. Like I didn't acknowledge other black folks. I didn't root any identity in being part black. And for most of my, middle school years, high school years, I was watching white girls on YouTube thinking that like, oh yeah, everything that worked on their color was going to work on my, like I was literally living like I was white. And I am part white, but on the outside, that's not what it says. And then when we went and lived in the South, I really realized I ain't white.
As by my last video and through some of my videos, you've seen that like I get questioned quite a bit, if people genuinely, are you sure your mom's racist? Yes, 100%. I'm going to give you a couple examples. She, growing up, huge racist microaggressions. The biggest one is she would just with emphatic joy talk about how, and these are her words, I'm quoting, thank God you, meaning me, weren't born with a Brillo pad. My hair type has always fluctuated between 2 and 3. She's also commented on the shape and structure of my nose, being overtly thankful that I have more Eurocentric features in that area. That is also an agent of white. That's a dog whistle. That is a racist dog whistle. Also, she would make comments about how she would never tell me who my father was when I was growing up. I did not know that my older half-brother and I didn't share the same father until I was 13. Yeah, so she made it very clear to me, and these, again, her words. She said she would write me everything in a letter, and I could read it after she died. So she was willing to hide half of my identity, to include siblings, half family members, that for her preservation. Yeah. And again, once Trump was elected into office and she became more comfortable with her racist ideology, she had no problem telling me, because she felt that I was a conservative, I was on her side because I had stuck by her for so long, through so many of these microaggressions, that she had absolutely no problem sitting there lovingly saying, those black nurses were just so jealous that your father wanted to be with me. She was racist. Please stop trying to defend her. Trust me, more to come. I know the life I lived.
That was really...
No, but can we talk about how us biracial folks, that's me, with white moms, can be the most problematic, because a lot of times our white mothers will expect us to take on identities that reflect their own, because the sacrifice of motherhood is so severe that they kind of want their biracial black presenting children to reflect their white experience. And I think a lot of folks like me, frankly, are just unwilling to challenge their mothers and say, like, I love you, but you are wrong. I love you, but my experience is different. And I love you, but I refuse to carry beliefs that are going to be violent towards other members of the Black community, because I love my Blackness too much to hold those beliefs, right? And that will cause like a rift with some family members, and has for me, but I would never take it back, because I don't want to be one of those people who holds us back.
All right, so the problem is, why do you don't like, you don't want a biracial child? Why do you end up with a Black man? I mean, it sucks, because you can't just bring a child into the world and you start hating the child or start being mean to the child. It's silly. I mean, that is how I think, because it makes no sense being with someone you don't like. Because if you love a man, you definitely will love what comes out from the offspring and all that. I mean, it kind of sucks, but then it is what it is. So let me know what you all think in the comment section, and see you all in my next video. Bye for now.